what exactly happened here?
Yeah, so around 10 a.m. this morning, emergency crews were called to Bellin Hospital for the report of staff members coughing with their eyes irritated. The call originated from the basement area in one of their labs. So crews got here right away and determined that the hospital safety mechanisms were working appropriately and had isolated that room. So whatever chemical that was in that room had been kind of sealed off for the moment. Right now our hazmat teams are on scene trying to figure out what chemical actually caused that. Nobody was treated on scene, and all the patients and staff within the hospital right now are safe, as well as just general people walking around the area. So there's no threat to anyone in the area with this incident. Right now we have Webster Street closed between Port Lear and Mason Street, just because we do have a lot of emergency vehicles and our hazmat teams kind of going in and out with different tools. So just want to make it safe for first responders right now.
Do you potentially know what chemical that could have been?
We don't know right now. That's part of our hazmat team right now, just kind of going through the checks, just kind of going down their list to see what they can find out. What we do know is that it was an irritant. For the people that called it in, it was irritant to the eyes, and it had caused some respiratory, just a little bit of coughing. So neither of those people were treated, taken to the emergency room, so symptoms resolved when they got out of that area.
Do you know roughly how many people that were affected with this irritant?
Right now, I don't have a number on how many people were in that lab when this incident occurred. I don't know what exactly happened to cause the leak or if there was a spill. But right now, I do know that the hospital safety mechanisms are working as they should, and hopefully we'll figure out what the cause is and wrap up here shortly.
Do you know, was there like an evacuation system of sorts? Like, were people evacuated at any point in time? You said this happened right around 10. Was there certain areas that had to evacuate?
Just the room that was affected with the kind of the air handling systems that are in place in the hospital. Those safety measures really kind of, like I said, keep that room isolated to prevent having to evacuate the whole hospital or a whole floor. So everybody outside of that room is safe.
Is this impacting any, like if someone had a procedure today or any of that thing, is that in fact impacting any of the regular hospital operations?
Right now, other than that one affected room, the operations should be going as normal. I do have Kelly's kind of over here too with Bellin. But right now, I guess the really only thing that's affecting is just kind of the main drag here on Webster Street being closed. So to my knowledge, the backside is still open and patients can still get in and out.
Okay. And then do you know roughly how long this will take before this is wrapped up and the road is able to open up?
Yeah, right now I'm just going to give at least an hour, just kind of depending on what the hazmat team finds out. So with that being said, the next briefing or the next information that I'll have will be with the press release that goes out post-incident, and that'll have kind of more information on what was involved chemical-wise.
Do you know, has this ever happened before, like, to your knowledge? Do you know, like, some type of a spill or whatever that is going on in that room?
Yeah, not necessarily like hospitals, but we've been to different locations. You know, if any facility has any type of chemical, usually whoever the building or, let me reword that, but usually facilities that have chemicals on hand have a very well-listed draft of, you know, like what they have in their building and how many people are in the building. So that's why places have these safety mechanisms in place, so that way to kind of prepare in case something did happen. And like today, Bellin's is theirs working appropriately.
Sure. And so now just knowing that they have a list of obviously all the chemicals or things that they have in their lab, you got the hazmat team is able to go in and kind of check off that list of what it was.
Yeah, and they're working with their maintenance people as well, just to kind of help get that answer quicker too.
Was there anything else you want to make sure that we...
No, just there no injuries reported other than just those initial calls with irritant eyes and then that little bit of cough. But to my knowledge, no other staff, patients, first responder crews, no injuries reported.
All right. We're good.
I think we're going to let Shauna and her team take lead on this one. Obviously, if there's any follow-up questions, you guys know where to find me.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you, I mean, I can hang out with you guys for a little bit if you want to get